welcome all to our March Morgan Lands Enterprise meeting. The first order of business is a vote on our meeting minutes from February, which were in your packet emailed to you last week. I'd be looking for a motion to approve.
I would need to abstain because I was not there.
Excellent. Thank you, Allison.
So moved.
Thank
Elizabeth.
you. Thank you, Elizabeth. Do we have a second?
Second.
This is Alicia, I'll second.
Thank you, Alicia. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries. And next, we're going to be working on the award decisions for the business enhancement grants. And I would be looking for a motion to move into executive session to discuss the grant applications and potential grant awards. Because the board will be deliberating about potential future contracts and assessing whether to award grants by contract, the board will also be discussing personal and confidential and proprietary business information that could invade applicants' privacy or otherwise harm them, and the underlying records are exempt from disclosure under the Public Records Act. Premature knowledge of the board's contract deliberations could place the Working Lands Enterprise Board at a substantial disadvantage when later negotiating contracts and discussing potential contracts, and/or applicants' personal and confidential business information could harm applicants and put them at a substantial disadvantage. Do I have a motion to move into executive session?
So
Can
moved.
make the motion. I can
Thank you,
second.
Alex. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Well, who was that?
Tyler.
Thank you very much. All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries, and we shall shut off our recording and go into executive session. Start. Here we go. Thank you. Recording is back on. We're out of executive session at 12:25. My understanding is that I am looking for a motion to approve the slate of 18 grants in the amount of $684,526.72.
This is David. I'll make that motion.
Thank you, David. Is there a second? Or excuse me, I should say, is there any comments, questions at this point? I do need the second. I'll put that up. Do we have a second? Thank you, Allison. Questions or comments? Not seeing any. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. The motion carries. Thank you. Also, at this time, I would be looking for a motion to move from the one-time $3 million appropriation, deobligated funds in the amount of $80,471 from funding code to funding code 26813, which is personnel to support the ongoing funding for one more year for the program coordinator position.
I will enthusiastically make that motion.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Donna. Any comments, questions? Seeing any? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you. All right, is there any other announcements? Don't see any public comment. Again, I express and appreciate the involvement of the coalition currently, noting that crossover for our bills was the end of last week, and at this time it's my understanding that the base funding of 1 million was in the House budget bill that is now going to the Senate. So we will continue our work there. So any other updates, Laura, Abby? Anything on your mind you wish to share from the agencies? Elizabeth, Oliver?
No, we'll be in. Okay, go ahead, Oliver, and then I will share something.
We'll be in House Ag tomorrow talking about the impacts of tariffs on the forest products industry in Vermont, current tariffs that are already in place, plus potential tariffs that may come online in April.
Okay, thank you. Elizabeth, Nance?
My only update is all of the BGAP, the business, the economic emergency gap assistance. They've all been gone through, so I think the last of the checks will be going out here shortly. So those reviews are done.
Thank you. That's quite the
Welcome.
accomplishment.
That's why I
Excellent.
had to put it out there.
Wonderful. Good. All right, I'm going to turn it back over to Elizabeth Sipple.
Yeah, I think the only thing I wanted to just thinking forward to our April meeting, we're going to be hearing from the Farm and Forest Viability Network, from the Farm to Plate Network, and from VITA. And so the idea of, they're really going to be focusing on sharing recommendations for funding or needs that they have identified with their partners that are working with institutions and businesses on the ground every day. And the timing of that is really to set the board up to begin thinking about our own budgeting prioritization process, which will happen at the June symposium. So it's that time of year again to, and I think we'll probably have scenarios again this year. But it's the time of year for each board member to be thinking hard about, how can we use the $1 million to its, best and highest purpose. The potential 1 million, clearly if we do receive more than $1 million, the conversation shifts and actually becomes quite a bit easier. But is very challenging if we receive the $1 million base. So I just want to cue everyone up for those conversations and, for internal reflections.
Thank you. All right, my promise is to get you out of here on time. So in doing so, I will be looking for a motion to adjourn.
I move, we adjourn.
Thank you, Donna. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second it.
Thank you, Oliver. All those in favor say aye.
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 Nay. Motion carries. Thank you all for spending your lunchtime with us. We appreciate it. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Everyone.